Hello. Here I am introducing my very first Sims build, and hopefully not the last. I spent months trying to get OBS to work on my laptop, and it did once. Once it did, except at the very end was super laggy, and I could never get it to work again. I would say my laptop just isn't cut out for it, but I bought it specifically to be cut out for it. And then also it did it that one time. But whatever, I'm not bitter. I used my brother's computer, which is a desktop and much more powerful, and I finally got it to work. I'm very excited. This particular house I had the idea for, and I filmed it the very first time I built it, but like I said, it didn't turn out. So this is the third time I'm building this house. I thought I had it working and I did it again for a video and it failed. I got like one frame a minute. It was tragic. The whole idea for this really came out of this off-center second floor supported by these oversized spandrels, which we'll get to. But I really love the look of these spandrels kind of supporting this second floor. And I kind of now, once I had the idea, kind of started to use it everywhere. I love how it softens the kind of hard angles of the second floor coming off there. Another big part of this house, which I haven't gotten to yet, is the over the water bridge kind of. That's the whole pond is purely there so I could have this over the water kind of stilted bridge with stairs going down. And this build in particular, out of the 3 times I built it, I actually think this is, I don't know, it might be my least favorite. I decided to make it bigger. My other builds were only 1 bedroom and they were more like a 6x6 square with those corners cut off. And I made these, I believe they're 7x7. I just wanted to switch it up and I think it still came out cute, having a 2-bedroom. Something I cut out a lot of was me struggling to have a first floor bathroom. I in the end, I decided they didn't need one. I go very, very style over function, and I'm okay with it. I personally do very, very little Sims gameplay. When I get a new pack, I'll do the gameplay to see how it is, and it's not that I don't have fun. I have lots and lots of fun playing The Sims. I tend to like to play the generation game, babies and babies and babies, and when the children grow up, I abandon the parents' aspirations because I tend to focus on different aspirations. I'd like to play different, to do the different goals. But once the kids are old enough to have their own goals, I abandon them. Play that generation game. Speaking of packs, I spent a very, very long time with no packs. I'm a Sims veteran, I would say. I've been playing since The Sims 1. I believe I started in like 2001. I was 8 years old, and a friend of mine from elementary school introduced it to me. And I played The Sims 1 for a very long time. I had nearly all of the packs. Shout out Sims 1 Making Magic, perhaps the best pack ever made. It sure beats out Realm of Magic, which I have. And then I played The Sims 3 for years and years. Sims 4 was out for a very long time before I switched over because I had just heard it wasn't very good. And I did have growing pains moving from The Sims 3 to The Sims 4. But I've really grown to love it, and I don't have access to The Sims 3 anymore, so that certainly helps. Gotta play some sort of Sims. So I had the Sims 4 base game for probably a year or 2. I'm forgetting the timeline before I got any expansion packs. But once I got one expansion pack, I just started going. I have, the very first one I got was Seasons because I heard that there was a must-have. And then I did a bundle the very first time. and I got Seasons, Dream Home Decorator, and Tiny Living. Oh, here I struggled so much with this. I don't know what they're called, like a freeze or whatever. The things that go around the house, the like border. I could not figure out how to get it around the whole house. And truly, I don't even know how I did it. I don't know how I fixed it. Also, the roof there in the back, I don't know if you can see, I use this kind of circular, like low pitch circular roof there in the back, and I use that in every single build. All 3 times I built this house, I tried so hard to use that to kind of blend that swoop roof back into the back there. But it didn't work any of the times. I don't know why those circular roofs don't want to disappear into the second floor. For some reason, they come through the wall. Very annoying. I also, this time around, had a trouble with the front, with the windows in the front. I think in the first 2, I used a bay window there in the front, but I think I might like this better. I'm not sure. It might be too much. It could be too much. And then I did another bundle. Just a couple months later because I just needed more. And the thing is, I do all the building. I build and build and build and have so much fun. And then I'm like, I need more items. I need more things. See, this thing, I could not figure out how to get it all the way around. I struggled a long time trying to make rooms, trying to fix it somehow. All in all, I do think the house turned out cute. Like I said, I think maybe it turned out better in other builds. I definitely called it in on the landscaping this time. Landscaping is not fun for me. I don't have fun. But it does really pull it all together. So I can't ignore it. Can't bring myself to ignore it. And in general, looking at other people's builds makes me feel pretty bad about my own. I try to be positive. Just say, hey, I'm learning. I'm doing my best. And, trying to pull off some ideas of mine. The columns around the house, I'm not sure that I'm totally in love with. I think maybe it needed something else, but wasn't sure exactly what, so I did columns. I think it looks pretty good. Something that I also cut out of this video was a lot of me laying out the floor plan of the upstairs and a lot of furnishing the upstairs. I just did not think it was interesting, and especially I think I did, like I said, some of the upstairs of the other builds better and more interesting. Something I don't do a lot is debug items. I think they're very useful and they can make a build so much cooler, especially visually, especially when I really don't use these for that much gameplay. They don't have to be that functional, so it doesn't matter to me if there's, debug items kind of all over the place. I didn't do it for this one. It is tiresome and tedious to go through that menu, and I'm not familiar with it because I really haven't done it very much. I have a number of houses that I built that I really want to build again for a video to share it. I thought making videos might be fun because I did a shell challenge for a yellow plumb bob once, and I was real proud of it, and I made a little video just to show my friends, and just learning how to do it was fun, and I was like, maybe I should give it a shot. So I am. And shell challenges is something that I think I want to do more of in general. I think that's fun as well. So along with, some of my own concepts and ideas, I think I just want to get better at building and see what I can learn and see what I can gain from other people and stuff like that. Oh, this is where I build my little bridge. In the original build, I had just gotten Realm of Magic, and I made this little side building, just a little room for a potion, like a cauldron, and that was cool, but I had a different idea for this one, and I think it turned out better. I think I like it better. I turned it into this little outdoor gazebo, and I think could have maybe worked better with a short wall height. The only reason I end up using middle wall height is there is the arch from Realm of Magic that I just love. I couldn't even fit it in this build. I could have shortened the walls, but I think it turned out all right. I forgot to put brick flooring in that little gazebo. It's tragic. I fixed it at the end. So, other packs that I have Cottage Living. Love Cottage Living. Really to kind of encapsulate my style and what I love to build. They are fantasy, cottage core, and storybook. And those three together kind of encapsulate what I love to build. I have kind of controversial house opinions. I think lots and lots of houses are boring, and I dislike them. And not to say that they're bad houses. I live in a perfectly regular looking house. It's just what I feel like we can be, and I'm talking about the real world. We can have more than just boxes, you know? I think we can be more, we can be more creative. And when I see the possibilities of these beautiful storybook Snow White houses, that's what I want. That's what I want in my real life. I really hope to build my own beautiful storybook home one day. And I think it would just be fabulous and beautiful. And I could live my cottage core dream life. So anyway, Realm of Magic, cottage living, and get together really have all the build items I think that best encapsulate my style. The other ones, what do I have also? I said I have Tiny Living, Dream Home Decorator. I have Seasons, Cottage Living, Realm of Magic. I think that might be everything, and Get Together. Like I said, I went a really, really long time with only having the base game for The Sims 3. I had the base game for The Sims 3 and University for like 7 years, and that's all I had. And I was happy, but in The Sims 4, the building is just so exciting, and I wanted to have more. So once I started buying packs, I couldn't stop. Also, having my own money helps. Back when I had, The Sims 3, I was mostly in college. I did not have an income. So having a job certainly helps. Being an old lady still playing The Sims. Right, we're moving to the inside, and you can see there's not a lot of space. I tend to like to build things really tiny. Once I start to go bigger, I go really big, and it just seems like there's not enough space. And I want to go bigger and bigger and bigger, but I think it's really, really cute to do just tiny little builds and just try to fit everything nice and cozy. However, that doesn't work when I end up doing any gameplay, because I definitely have lots of babies running around. You need a little bit more space. So in the entrance here, I did I think I regret it. I did this archway thing. If the wall height was shorter, the spandrel I did on top would be closer to the arch and make it, I think, a little bit nicer. But they're a little far apart, so it's a little weird. It ends up being pretty weird. But like I said, I was like, I'm just trying something different. I've made this a bunch of times before, and I end up really loving the color scheme of this one. Actually, I went for a green and red. And I think it turned out really nice. Maybe since I have my OBS working finally, as long as I use my brother's computer, I can do tours of some of the other ones that I've built, or maybe that's too samey. I'm not sure. I have to say, I was disappointed a little bit with the Realm of Magic stuff that we got. I was hoping maybe a little bit for a more Hogwarts aesthetic when it came to like magic. That's not really what it is. I do, like I said, I would buy it just for that one giant kind of half circular arch that came with Realm of Magic. I just love that. I think we can do some really cool things, and you'll see I have in some of my other builds. I ended up turning this entranceway spandrel thingy green and white, since that was kind of my theme. I really, really love the stones that came with Get Together. I have to say, Tudor is really my style. I think everything that came with Get Together is some of my favorite stuff. Of course, it's my newest and freshest pack, so it might change. You cycle through favorites. One thing that I absolutely love are arched doorways and windows. If I had my say, all doorways and all windows would be arched. I think it adds so much, even to a simple house. And even like boxes. So many houses are just boxes. Even this house is essentially just a box. And I disagree with it, but there are so many ways to dress up a little box. In fact, squares I think are better than rectangles. I think rectangle houses are a travesty, and they are a sin against creativity. Let's stop with the just rectangles. You can do so much more. In fact, I dream to have a little tower. You can't make circular towers in The Sims. I wish we could make circular towers. That would be so exciting. You could have like circular platforms, and that is a start. Here I switched. I tried to have the bathroom, this long, weird bathroom in the back of the house, because there's this weird space between the stairs and the back there, but that didn't work out either. I decided to push those windows way up. I made the roof a glass ceiling, which I think worked out. I think it actually looks pretty nice. And I just raised up a platform. I don't know about it. I think that it's a pretty decent, interesting use of space, but maybe not. I'm sure there was something better to do. So my green appliances that I just love. Another problem with not really using debug is not really being able to fill in these shelves that I put in the kitchen. I tend to go through the clutter objects and put the same thing over and over on every single shelf because there's just not that many options. But I think debug would really fix that problem. I think if this wasn't the third time building this house, I might have had the patience to go through and make it look really cool. So maybe in the future. This was a trial run, and I don't know. I'm just so thrilled that I finally got it to work. I've been trying for months, let me tell you. I think during gameplay, these columns with the arches will be really, really annoying. You can't see past them. You can't see anything. They just get in the way. If I were to play in this house, I would honestly probably delete them. Maybe replace them with something else. Maybe just keep the spandrels. No. I also love this this terrain paint, this kind of light stone terrain paint. I think it's gorgeous. Here we are starting to landscape, and like I said, I did not put in that much effort. I tried to make it look nice because I think, it really helps the whole image as a whole when you have really nice landscaping. I know I wanted a little picnic area there in the back. Couple of trees. I love weeping willow trees. I hope to have some in my house when I have a house. Maybe wishful thinking that I'll have a house, but when I have more time to landscape, I think I will, look at pictures of what other simmers do with their landscaping. It's a skill that I'm still developing. I like rocks a lot. Put rocks everywhere. I think they really help. But no matter what I do, it seems, I don't know, maybe I'm uncomfortable with open space. It seems like it's not full enough. I loved really sizing up these rocks to put in my pond. I think they look pretty cool. I think I need to experiment more with the possibilities of sizing up and down. I've seen people do really, really fantastic things. I think I also should experiment with the tool mod. I have not any mods installed. I have experimented a little bit, but the possibilities are endless. This bench just did not want to sit on the ground. It floats. But there are lots and lots of useful mods. One thing I definitely have to download is the mod that lets you control everything. I've seen simmers do it where they control the amount of money you have or the season it is or the time of day and all of that stuff. I definitely need that because the tour of this house that I filmed, look at this, it's so dreary and terrible. The weather was terrible and I couldn't do anything about it. So I'm terribly sorry that the tour of this house is dark and dreary and sad. But here we are going through the front door. I love this door. I think it's so nice. This was the hardest part, getting this filmed, because the first person mode, as you kind of go, it is the toughest on my computer, and it was the toughest to get right when I had to fiddle with. Oh, we got a floating fireplace thing. That's unfortunate. Fiddling with OBS to get this part right was tough, and when I finally did it, I was elated. The kitchen, I think turned out nice. I think it needs something, it being tall really does kind of affect how full it seems, but I think it's cute. Little dining area. I really, really want one of these dining nooks in my future home. I'm definitely gonna do a video where I build my dream home, my like perfect ideal home, and it's storybook, storybook themed, and it's got secret passageways, and it's got an art studio. I am an artist of sorts, you could say. I try my best. I went to art school. So here we're getting a look at the upstairs. It's a 2-bedroom because I thought it was big enough. And there's a kid's room with some bunk beds. And the parents' room with that nice window in the back. I could have put in some curtains probably and moved the side tables out of the way, but I just let it be. And the bathroom, I wanted a shower and a tub, so I kind of scooted the shower off to the side there. Sorry, I can't control the camera very well. Maybe I'll get there one day. It's a little shaky. Back out into the dreariness or my dead trees. And that's really it. That's the house. I hope you like it. I'm very proud. I think that, just getting my ideas down in The Sims is exciting and fun. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like it. If you have any tips, let me know. And talk to you in the next one.